Wake up, wake up, wake up. The year is moving while you are still negotiating with a clock that does not bargain. Hours are leaving without permission. Once they go, they do not return. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Ephesians 5:14-16. Hear the word of the Lord. You cannot manage a year if you cannot govern a day. Stop setting goals the way you've been doing it. I am not against goals. I am against the illusion that a goal with no daily government is power. Goals without a daily system are wishes wearing religious language. They make you feel spiritual, but they do not convert an hour into fruit. They comfort you, but they don't construct anything. Why is that so important? Because destiny is not bought in December. Destiny is purchased between sunrise and sunset. Everybody say, if I don't design my day, I will live inside somebody else's design. Say it again until it offends your excuses. If you don't design your day, you will wake up inside another person's agenda. Their meetings become your schedule. Their messages become your meditation. Their emergencies become your tyranny. Their expectations become your slavery. When you have no plan, the loudest voice becomes your Lord. Teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Psalm 90:12. Wisdom is daily math. Write this down. The day is the only place your destiny can be purchased. Not tomorrow, not when the children grow, not after the promotion. Today is the marketplace of purpose. Time is a currency. You are spending it right now. The billionaire and the beggar both have 24 hours. What you become is what you buy with yours. If you do not assign those hours, someone else will invoice them and you will pay with regret. Do not try to please everyone. You are not called to be universally available. You are called to be faithfully accountable. Availability without assignment is how destiny is diluted. When your day has no design, other people's got a minute, becomes your new management. Their notifications become your navigation. Their crisis becomes your compass. That is slavery by consent. So here is the contrarian wake up. Before you add another goal to a list, install governance for a day. We will build the system, but first receive the rebuke with gratitude. Stop pretending that intention equals administration. Read out loud. Go. Redeem the time. Today, this day, right now. Because if you don't design your day, you will live inside somebody else's design. And I refuse to let your future be outsourced to strangers with calendars. Listen to me with both ears. Time is not a suggestion. Time is a substance. Time is a gift. Time is a currency. Time is your life in measurable units. God created time, but He does not live in it. He gave it to you as mercy, as management, as measurement. Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Genesis 1:14. Why? So you could count, steward, and convert. Read out loud. Go. Redeem the time. Equality removes every excuse. The billionaire and the beggar both receive 24 hours. The student and the CEO. The single mother and the senator. The old and the young. The black, the white, the Indian, and the Asian. Everyone wakes up with the same deposit. The difference is stewardship, not supply. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:1-11. Beautiful means mature, complete, finished. It arrives when time is properly invested under purpose. Write this down. Your calendar is your bank statement. Time purchases your outcomes. If you want to know what you are becoming, audit last week. Time, like money, can be invested, spent, wasted, stolen, depreciated, or revalued. Invested time multiplies study, prayer, skill building, building the right relationships, creating. Spend time, pays necessary bills, sleep, hygiene, preparing meals. Wasted time leaks, aimless scrolling, gossip, meetings with no agenda. Stolen time happens when you surrender to interruptions that are not your assignment. Depreciated time is an hour broken into fragments by multitasking. Its value drops. Revalued time is an hour consecrated by focus and clarity. Its yield increases. Be honest. Which category owns your day? Why are you tired but unfulfilled? Because you're busy spending time on items that don't purchase destiny. You are buying entertainment. You call rest distraction. You call networking, and procrastination you call preparation. You cannot swipe a credit card called intention at the store of destiny. They only accept deposits of hours converted into work aligned with purpose. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Wisdom is knowing the price of your future and paying with minutes, not myths. Everybody say, redeem the time. Again, redeem the time. If time is money, then you need a budget. Goals are headlines. A system is a budget. A budget tells every dollar where to go before it wanders. A system tells every hour where to work before it's stolen. Write this down. Your system is your time budget. Decide the investments, cap the expenses, eliminate the leaks, and refuse unauthorized withdrawals. Look at your calendar tonight and reconcile it like a banker. What did you buy yesterday? What will you purchase tomorrow? Teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Psalm 90:12. Number them, name them, and negotiate them under purpose, because your future is the compound interest of stewarded hours. Open your mouth and read this with authority. Read out loud. Go. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Ephesians 5:15-16. That is not a suggestion. That is a command. Wisdom is obedient scheduling. Write this down. Redeem means to own again, to reclaim, to buy back what was taken or what you gave away cheaply. In the marketplace of hours, the word redeem in the Greek is exagerasso. Buy it out. Bring it back into your possession. That means some of your minutes are not in your house. They are at the pawn shop of distraction. They are mortgaged to people's emergencies. They are leased to drama you did not create and should not finance. They are trapped in the layaway line of procrastination, waiting for you to pay attention. Redeem them. Own them again. Everybody say, redeem the time. Say it like you're signing papers to repossess your car. Redeem the time. Why? Because some of your hours are already in repossession. Scrolling took 2. Gossip withdrew 1. Aimless meetings with no agenda build you for 3. People-pleasing signed a blank check and let others write the amount. Unplanned dates opened the door and let thieves walk out with your morning. You felt busy, but you bought nothing of destiny. Do not try to please everyone. I love you, but hear me. Pleasing everyone is the fastest way to lose your calendar. Jesus loved the world and still said no. He often withdrew. He left crowds to be about his Father's business. My time has not yet come, John 7:6. If the Son of God guarded his timing, what makes you think availability is holiness? Availability without assignment is how holy people become enslaved servants to unholy schedules. Inventory your associations. Guard your yes. Redeem the time. This is not inspiration. This is structure. Redeeming time is not a mood swing. It is management. Feelings do not reclaim minutes. Discipline does. Write this down. To redeem time, you must document a plan. Plans are legal titles for your hours. When you write it, you own it. When you don't, the public claims squatters' rights on your day. Write the vision and make it plain, so he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. Make your day readable. Make it runnable. Make it redeemable. So here is your repentance with a pen. Tonight, before you sleep, take 10 minutes and draft tomorrow's ownership papers. Name your morning. Assign your afternoon. Protect your evening. Decide before the day begins what the day will buy. If interruptions come, and they will, compare them to the deed. If they do not serve your assignment, they do not deserve your hour. Say it again. Redeem the time. Because to redeem means to repossess your minutes. And you cannot repossess what you have not documented as yours. Now lean in. You have a plan on paper. Now let me confront the illusion that has enslaved many of you for years. Goals do not govern your day. Goals are destinations. Systems are roads. Without roads, you don't arrive. You can shout Paris all you want. Without a ticket, a timetable, and a route, you are a tourist in your imagination. Write this down. Goals describe what you want. Systems decide what you do daily. Read out loud. Go, redeem the time. The trap is motivation. Motivation is a mood. It rises with the sun and falls with the rain. It soars after a compliment and collapses after a phone call. You cannot build destiny on feelings. Watch and pray. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41. Your spirit wants to write the book. Your flesh wants another scroll. Your spirit wants to train. Your flesh wants a nap. If you are waiting to feel like it, you have already decided against it. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Feelings will not finance your future. Systems will. What is a system? Write this down. A system is a repeatable set of predecisions scheduled on a calendar that protect purpose from distraction. Systems are government for your day. They legislate your priorities in writing. They execute your assignments with time-boxed enforcement. They judge interruptions and sentence them to no when they trespass. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Order is not legalism. Order is love for your assignment. Systems are how love behaves when love is serious. Consider the consequences when you don't install government. A goal you don't schedule becomes guilt. Guilt matures into shame. Shame becomes avoidance. Avoidance grows into quitting. Quitting births cynicism, and cynicism mocks your next January. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, Proverbs 13:12. Many of you are not sick because God failed. You are sick because your hope was never calendared. You deferred the doing, so you deferred the destiny. Count the cost. Which of you, wishing to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost? Luke 14:28. Cost is not just money. Cost is hours. A young man came to me in tears. He said, "Pastor, I have a goal to write a book." I asked to see his calendar. There was no writing appointment on it, only other people's meetings. He had a destination with no road. We installed a system, 30 minutes at 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. Phone in another room. Outline on the desk. Timer set. Stop at the bell. 90 days later, he brought me 6 chapters. Not because he felt inspired, but because his system showed up when his feelings didn't. Today, we will install a day design system you can run for 7 days. Not a theory, a road. Not a hype, a government. We will document a plan, establish your top 3 priorities, time box the work, and protect it with boundaries. Then we will review your day to redeem tomorrow. Everybody say, redeem the time. 1 week from now, what will you have purchased with your hours? What you become is what you buy with minutes. Schedule it. And let your system carry you when your mood cannot. Write this down. 1 page. Every day. The same template. Simplicity is power. This is the deed to your day, the title document that proves ownership. Your mind forgets. Paper remembers. Your feelings fluctuate. Ink does not. Write the vision and make it plain so that he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. When you document, you convert intention into governance. A written plan turns wishes into law for the next 24 hours. Read out loud. Go. Redeem the time. Here is the daily design page. 5 fields. 1 sheet. 10 minutes before bed or first thing at dawn. Do not negotiate with this. Practice it for 7 days and watch what your hours begin to buy. Field 1. Purpose for today, 1 sentence. Not a dream, not a poem. An operating instruction for the next 12 hours. Example, advance chapter 2 and deliver kindness to every person I meet. Or strengthen my body, complete the client brief, honor my spouse, commit it to the Lord. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. Proverbs 16:3. This line is your mission order. It filters every choice. If it doesn't serve the sentence, it doesn't deserve your hour. Field 2, top 3 priorities, not 10, 3. If you cannot name your top 3, you do not have priorities, you have impulses. Write them as verbs with outcomes. Draft 1,200 words for chapter 2. Train 45 minutes, strength and cardio. Prepare and send the client brief by 3 p.m. Check them against the purpose line. Alignment is authority. This is how you stop buying distractions with premium time. Field 3, appointments and commitments. All fixed time events, meetings, calls, school runs, deadlines, place them here with exact start and stop. Let your yes be yes. Matthew 5:37. If it is not on this line, it is not in your day. Your calendar is your bank statement. Do not allow unauthorized withdrawals. Evaluate each appointment by asking, does this appointment purchase my purpose or does it finance someone else's confusion? Field 4, protection blocks. These are guarded windows for focused work and soul maintenance. Mark them visibly. Phone off. Door closed. Notifications silence. Treat them as sacred. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed, Luke 5:16. If the Lord protected devotion, you must protect your development. We will soon install a 3-block architecture, but start here. Block at least 2 focus sessions for your destiny work and 1 for devotion. Non-negotiable. Write no in the margin to pre-approve your refusal of random requests. Field 5, shut down review, 10 minutes. At day's end, answer 3 questions in brief. What did I purchase? What did I postpone and why? What will I improve tomorrow? Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Wisdom reviews. Maturity learns before it sleeps. Carry forward what is essential. Cancel what was never yours. Pen and paper. I recommend paper. Your device is a mall of distractions. Your page is a sanctuary of decisions. Date it. Sign it. Ownership requires a signature. Then place the page where your eyes must meet it in the morning. Wake up, see your orders, and execute. Do not try to please everyone. Govern your day. Now that we have documented the plan, in the next movement, we will time block this page into a repeatable schedule architecture so your hours march in formation. Everybody say it again. Redeem the time. Everybody say devotion, destiny, discipline. Again, devotion, destiny, discipline. Read out loud. Go. Redeem the time. This is the architecture, 3 blocks that put your hours on the government. Write this down. Order decides outcome. If your order is wrong, your results will be wrong, even if your intentions are right. God himself created order before he created function, light, then life. Genesis 1. Your day needs the same creation sequence. Block 1 is devotion. Seek first, not second, not if there's time. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Matthew 6:33. You cannot manage time if you cannot manage your spirit. Before you touch a device, touch the divine. Give God the first fruit of your focus. Jesus, our template, rose a great while before day and prayed. Mark 1:35. David said, in the morning I order my prayer to you and watch. Psalm 5:3. Order your soul. Scripture, prayer, stillness. 10 minutes if you are new. 30 if you are growing. 60 if you are serious. Read, reflect, write 1 instruction from heaven on your daily design page. This is alignment. When your spirit is governed, your schedule obeys. When your spirit is scattered, your minutes scatter with it. Everybody say devotion. Block 2 is destiny. This is your highest value work, the one output that moves your calling forward today. Not 10 tasks, 1 major advancement. The book pages, the design comp, the sales calls, the training session. Do it when your mind is fresh, directly after devotion, while your clarity is clean. Offer your best brain to your best assignment. Whatever you do, do it heartily as unto the Lord. Colossians 3:23. Time box it. 6,120 minutes of undiluted focus. Door closed. Phone away. Notifications silenced. Notes ready. Timer set. When thieves knock, answer like Nehemiah. I am doing a great work and cannot come down. Nehemiah 6:3. Write this down. A day without protected destiny time will always be hijacked by lower value demands. If you don't protect it, errands will eat it, email will erode it, and other people's urgencies will auction it to the lowest bidder. Everybody say destiny. Block 3 is discipline, maintenance, necessary, but never the king. Admin, email, bills, errands, cleaning, messages, returns, scheduling. These are good servants and terrible masters. Do not begin here. If you start with discipline, you will never reach destiny. You will be busy and empty. Martha was busy. Mary chose the one thing necessary. Luke 10:41-42. Put discipline in the afternoon when your creative peak softens. Batch it, time box it. 45-90 minutes. Process, decide, delete, delegate. Then stop. Let your yes be yes, Matthew 5:37, and let your stop be stop. Maintenance cannot manage meaning. So the flow is simple. Devotion sets direction. Destiny purchases the future. Discipline pays the bills without stealing the crown. 3 blocks, same order, every day. Consistency converts hours into outcomes. Write this down. Repetition is how systems become character. Run this architecture tomorrow. Put it on the page tonight. Set alarms to begin and alarms to stop. Say it again. Devotion, destiny, discipline. Redeem the time. Now hear me as a father. Architecture without protection is fantasy. Thieves are already circling distraction, people pleasing, the myth of availability. Do not try to please everyone. In the next movement, we will build the boundaries to guard these blocks like gates around a city, so your day is not repossessed by other people's agendas. Now we build the gates. Your destiny requires boundaries. Without them, your schedule becomes a public playground. Write this down. Time can be stolen politely. Not with a gun with a calendar invite. Not with a threat with a got a minute. Not with malice, sometimes with love. Meetings with no agenda. Calls labeled urgent that are not your assignment. Crises that are real but not yours to solve. Thieves do not always shout. Many whisper. Walk in wisdom toward outsiders, redeeming the time. Colossians 4-5. Read out loud, go. Redeem the time. Discretion is a fruit of wisdom. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Proverbs 2:11. Give with discretion. Help people? Yes. But do not surrender your assignment. Jesus healed the sick and still walked away from a crowd to keep his mission on schedule. Let us go to the next towns that I may preach there also. Because for this purpose I have come, Mark 1:38. If the Lord prioritized purpose over pressure, you may say no without guilt. Do not try to please everyone. You are a steward, not a superhero. Write this down. Mercy without boundaries becomes mismanagement. Let me arm you with boundary scripts. Memorize them. Put them on your tongue like a sword. Script 1. I can today, full stop. No explanation required. Let your yes be yes and your no, no. Matthew 5:37. Not rude responsible. Script 2, I can do 10 minutes, cap the gift, timer on, then return to your destiny block. You are generous and governed. Script 3, send it in writing and I'll schedule it. This moves chaos to order from your morning clarity to your discipline block. Most noise will not survive the request to write. Write this down. Interruptions are neutral. Your answer gives them authority. When you say yes to an unassigned demand, you say no to a scheduled destiny. Guard your 3 blocks like a city gate. Phone on do not disturb during destiny. Door closed. If it's a true emergency, they will knock twice. If it's a preference, it will melt in silence. Now, inventory your associations. Some relationships are time leaks. I love humor, so hear this with a smile. If you broke and I broke, we got bad company. 2 swimmers hugging in the deep. Don't rescue each other. They both go under. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians 15:33. He who walks with the wise grows wise. Proverbs 13:20. Choose companions who respect your calendar, not just your charisma. If every time you meet, your page bleeds and your priorities bow, that is not fellowship. That is foreclosure on your future. Everyone say, do not try to please everyone. Again, do not try to please everyone. People will adjust to your boundaries faster than your destiny will recover from their invasions. You are not always available, you are always assigned. Read out loud, go. Redeem the time. Boundaries require clarity. You can't protect what you haven't defined. So in the next movement, we will establish your priorities, the top 3 that buy your future. If you can't name them, you don't have priorities. You have impulses. Let's fix that so your yes becomes a weapon and your no becomes a wall. Write this down. A priority is what must be done today. That, if repeated, will produce the life you want by December 31. Not what makes you feel busy. Not what earns applause. What, if executed day after day, will buy your future? Paul said, this one thing I do, Philippians 3:13. Destiny is purchased by one thing, repeated, not everything attempted. Everybody say one thing. Again, one thing. Read out loud, go, redeem the time. Here is the law, the top 3 rule. No more than 3 major outcomes per day. Everything else is supporting activity. 3 is mercy for your brain and muscle for your future. If you can't name your top 3 priorities, you don't have priorities, you have impulses. Impulses spend, priorities invest. When your list has 13 must, none are must. They are fantasies disguised as obligation. Write this down. Excess priorities are silent procrastination. We hide from the real work by drowning it in options. How do you decide the 3? Use the destiny filter. Ask these 3 questions before you let a task enter your top 3. 1. Does this align with my assignment? If it doesn't serve your God-given purpose, it can be good and still be wrong. All things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. Not all things build up. 1 Corinthians 10:23. Does this mature me? Will it grow my character, skill, or faith? Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Proverbs 4:7. If it keeps you childish, it cannot carry your crown. Does this multiply value? Will this hour produce fruit? Beyond this hour, revenue, pages written, clients served, bodies strengthened, systems built. If the answer is no, demote it. Align, mature, multiply, AMM. If it fails AMM, it's not top 3. Delegate it, defer it, or delete it. Do not try to please everyone. Please your assignment. Let me draw the line in bright ink. Busy work versus purpose work. Busy, clearing the inbox every 15 minutes, redesigning your to-do app, shuffling papers, perfecting a presentation no one requested. Purpose, drafting 1,200 words of the book, making 5 sales calls, training 45 minutes, building the prototype, studying 1 chapter that upgrades your competence. Urgent noise, pings, pop-ups, last minute. Can you jump on a quick call? Important progress. The scheduled sprint that moves the needle. Prepare your work outside. Get everything ready for yourself in the field. And after that, build your house. Proverbs 24-27. Order first, outcomes follow. Now, put this on your daily design page. Name your purpose for today, then write the top 3 as verbs with outcomes. Example, write 1,200 words, chapter 3. Train 45 minutes, strength and cardio. Send proposal to Acme by 3 p.m. Everything else, supporting cast, place in your discipline block. And listen, priorities are not to be admired. They must be scheduled. For there is a time and a way for everything. Ecclesiastes 8-6. So we will time box these with start and stop alarms on. Rules enforced. That's next. Everybody say it one more time. Redeem the time. Because when your top 3 are on the calendar, your day has a king and the noise must bow. Now we put teeth in the calendar. Write this down. A task without a time limit expands to consume your life. That is why your to-do list feels like a fog. It has no borders. Time boxing is the wall that keeps your work inside the city. Put your top 3 under a clock. Start time. Stop time. No drifting. A man's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. Job 14-5. If God set limits on days, set limits on tasks, Limits are not bondage. Limits are stewardship. Read out loud, go. Redeem the time. Here are your sprint options. 2 lanes, choose one for the next 7 days. Lane 1, 50 tenths, 50 minutes of deep, undivided focus, 10 minutes off. Get water, stretch, walk, then back in. Repeat 2 to 3 cycles for your destiny block. Lane 2, 25 fips. 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. This is starter mode, training wheels for the distracted. Pick one lane and run it without negotiation. Do not experiment every day. Consistency compounds. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Proverbs 21:5. Diligence is not drama, it is repetition on schedule. Write this down. Single task discipline is wealth. Multitasking is mental poverty. Multitasking scatters your currency into pennies. Lots of noise, no purchase. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Proverbs 4:25. James said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. James 1:8. Double-minded equals double-wasted. When your sprint begins, you do one thing, one tab, one document, one call list, one set under the bar. If a thought tries to trespass, park it on a capture sheet and return to the task. When the bell rings, stop. When it rings again, start. The timer is a covenant. Obey it. Trust grows when you keep promises to your calendar. Phone policy, this is non-negotiable. During your destiny block, the phone is in another room. Not on the desk, not face down, away. You are not on call for everybody's mood. Jesus loved people and still chose timing. My time has not yet come, John 7:6. If the Lord manages availability, you must manage yours. Notification silence. Computer on do not disturb. If it's an emergency, they will find you. If it's a preference, it will wait. Write this down. Every ding is a withdrawal from your destiny account. Protect your balance. Run the numbers. 250-10 cycles buy you 1 hour and 40 minutes of creation with built-in recovery. 425-5 cycles buy you the same. Either way, you move from intention to output on schedule. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. Luke 16:10. Be faithful with minutes, and months will obey you. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Stop leaking life. Time box the work and convert hours into results. Now, excellence has a beginning and it must have an ending. Execution without an ending bleeds into chaos. After the last sprint, and after discipline has paid the bills, we will close the day on purpose. 10 minutes, a shutdown and review. What did you purchase? What will you improve? That is next, because redeeming tomorrow begins when you finish today with wisdom. Everybody say it one more time. Redeem the time. Now we close the day, not by collapse, by covenant. Read out loud, go. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Write this down. Beautiful means mature, appropriate, complete at the right season. Maturity requires review. If you do not examine the day will repeat its immaturity tomorrow. A daily review matures your system and prevents tomorrow from starting in confusion. Wisdom does not just work, wisdom reflects. Teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Psalm 90:12. Number your day, then apply wisdom before you sleep. 10 minutes, set a timer. This is the shutdown. Write what you purchased with your hours, pages drafted, calls made, workout completed, kindness delivered. Small wins count, minutes compound. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. Luke 16:10. Thanksgiving reconditions your brain to see progress, not just pressure. Step 2, note one lesson, only one. What will you do differently tomorrow? Short and sharp. Start earlier, close the door, adjust the sprint length, prepare tools the night before. Wisdom is not information. Wisdom is application. Get wisdom. Though it costs all you have, get understanding. Proverbs 4:7. Step 3, move unfinished items to tomorrow with dignity. Do not drag them like chains. Reschedule them like a manager. Assign each to a real slot, devotion, destiny, or discipline, and put a start and stop. You are not failing. You are learning to govern time. Shame is not a strategy. Guilt does not move needles. Calendars do. There is a time and a way for everything. Ecclesiastes 8:6. If it didn't fit today, give it a time and a way tomorrow. Step 4. Set the first task. Decide tonight what your hands will touch first after devotion. Write it on the top of your daily design page. Put the file on your desk. Lay out the shoes for training. Momentum loves a prepared runway. Now rehearse tomorrow's opening. Say it softly to your soul. Cry, devotion, then destiny. Seek first. Protect the first hour like a sacred offering. Before you touch a screen, touch scripture. Before you open an inbox, open your assignment. Jesus rose early. He ordered his day from the secret place, Mark 135, Psalm 5-3. Guard that sequence with holy jealousy. Do not try to please everyone in the last minutes of the evening. No new commitments. This is review time, not recruitment time. Close the browser. Clear the desk. Leave one invitation on the table for your future self. A clean space and clear orders. When the timer ends, you are done. Rest is also stewardship. Sleep is an investment that compounds focus tomorrow. You finish the day like a leader, not a leaf in the wind. Everybody say, redeem the time. One more time, redeem the time. Now we make it real. Do not debate this system. Test it. 7 days. Document the plan. Run the 3 blocks. Time box the work. And close with this shutdown review. Let results testify. What will you buy with the next 7 sunrises? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Your destiny is waiting at tomorrow's first hour. Here is the challenge. Don't promise the year, prove the week. 7 sunrises. That is long enough to expose your patterns and short enough to secure your promise. Stop negotiating with yourself. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Wake up, wake up, wake up. For 7 days, you will run a simple government for your day and let results testify. Read out loud. Go. Redeem the time. Write this down. 5 non-negotiables for 7 days. 1, complete the daily design page before the day begins, not in your head on paper. 2, protect at least 1 destiny block every day right after devotion. Door closed, timer on. 3, name the top 3 priorities and schedule them with start and stop. 4, remove the phone from the room during your destiny block. Not face down, gone. 5, end with the 10-minute shutdown review every evening. No exceptions. Systems do not bow to moods. Moods must bow to systems. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Measurement builds honesty. Track only 3 numbers. Keep it holy and simple. Number 1, minutes in your destiny block. Write it at the end of the day. 40, 75, 100 minutes are money. Number 2, top 3. Completed count. 0, 1, 2, or 3. No stories, just a number. By their fruit you will know them. Matthew 7:20. Number 3, bedtime consistency. Did you honor the time you set to sleep? Yes or no? Energy is stewardship. It is vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, for he gives his beloved sleep. Psalm 127:2. Your body is a temple. Treat rest like an offering. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. These 3 numbers will tell the truth without condemning your soul. Accountability breaks excuses. Tell your neighbor, look them in the eye. I'm redeeming my time for 7 days. Say it again. I'm redeeming my time for 7 days. Post it on the fridge. Text a friend your 3 numbers every night. 2 are better than 1. If either of them falls, one can help the other up. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Write this down. Secrecy is the sanctuary of sloth. Accountability is the bridge from intention to execution. Do not try to please everyone. Choose one partner who respects your schedule and will ask you, did you do your destiny block? Start tonight. Print 7 daily design pages. Set alarms for devotion, for the start and stop of destiny, and for shutdown review. Prepare your space Bible on the chair, tools on the desk, water bottle filled, capture sheet ready. Create a phone station outside the room. Inform your household. When the door is closed, I am on assignment. Jesus said, my time has not yet come, John 7:6. If the Lord govern timing, so must you. For 7 days, obey the clock you set. When the bell rings, begin. When it rings, stop. Trust grows when you keep promises to your calendar. Expect this pattern. Day 1 feels fresh. Day 2 reveals resistance. Day 3 exposes excuses. Day 4 tastes momentum. Day 5 purchases fruit. Day 6 matures your peace. Day 7 writes a testimony on your page. Don't argue with the system. Run it for 7 days and let results testify. Everybody say, redeem the time. And hear me, we will not be naive. The moment you begin, thieves will circle. Distraction, people pleasing, the myth of availability. Nehemiah said, I am doing a great work and cannot come down. Nehemiah 6:3. In the next movement, we will name those thieves, unmask their tricks, and install the guards at your gates so your 7-day proof is not repossessed by other people's agendas. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Your next week is the down payment on your next year. Thieves do not always carry knives. They carry notifications. They carry opinions. They carry your old habits dressed up as kindness. Write this down. Your system will be attacked. Boundaries are how you keep your day from being repossessed. Name them. Your time can be stolen by distractions, pings, pop-ups, playful scrolls that turn minutes into mist. Your time can be stolen by drama. Other people's unresolved cycles arriving as urgent at your door. Your time can be stolen by your own lack of decision, delayed choices that bleed the hour while you negotiate with yourself. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Proverbs 25-28. Everybody say, redeem the time. Hear this with love. Being constantly available is not love. It is poor leadership over your life. The fear of man is a snare. Proverbs 29-25. Jesus loved the multitudes and still said, let us go, for this purpose I have come. Mark 1:38. Paul asked, am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Galatians 1:10. Do not try to please everyone. Availability without assignment is how destinies drown in other people's oceans. Write this down. Compassion must submit to calling. If your yes to them betrays your yes to God, it is not love, it is disobedience in a tuxedo. Now, practical countermeasures. Policy beats impulse. Install these 4. 1, scheduled message windows. Check messages at set times. Only late morning after destiny and late afternoon during discipline. Outside those windows, the inbox is closed. 2 meeting caps. Limit yourself to a maximum of 2 meetings per day, 45 minutes each, and only in the afternoon. 3, no meetings before destiny. That space is sacred. If it's not God or family emergency, it waits. 4, default, decline. If a request arrives without a clear agenda, outcome, and end time, the default answer is no, or send it in writing and I'll review during my discipline block. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Read out loud. Go, redeem the time. Emotional regulation is warfare. Most emergencies are unplanned emotions, spikes of anxiety seeking a host. Do not let other people's adrenaline become your calendar. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. James 1:19. Say gently, I can talk at 4 p.m. and return to your assignment. A gentle answer turns away wrath. Proverbs 15:1. If it is truly an emergency, it will outlast your boundary and you will discern it. If it is preference or panic, it will cool when it meets order. Write this down. Feelings are loud, purpose must be louder. Create a gatekeeper for yourself. Auto reply during destiny. I am in a focus block. I will respond at my scheduled times. Wear headphones. Close the door. Put the phone in another room. Use the capture sheet to park incoming thoughts. When someone asks, got a minute? Reply, not now, send details, and I'll place it in my discipline block. You are not rude. You are responsible. Nehemiah said, I am doing a great work and cannot come down. Nehemiah 6:3. Do not descend from your wall to chase every whisper. This is stewardship. This is warfare. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Your minutes have a master or a thief. Choose the master. Boundaries will offend the ungoverned, but they will protect your assignment. We are about to seal this. Time is limited. Destiny is urgent. And you will decide who owns your next 24 hours. Everybody say one more time. Redeem the time. Hear me with love and urgency. You cannot stop an hour. You cannot pause a minute. When a second leaves your hand, it never returns. It's finished. It's gone. Job said, you have set limits he cannot exceed. Job 14:5. Paul commands, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Wake up, wake up, wake up. The clock is not your enemy. It is your evidence. It tells you the truth about your stewardship. So let me ask you, time boss and direct, what are you going to do the next 12 months? Not talk, do. What will you buy with your next 7 days? The billionaire and the beggar both have 24 hours. The old and the young, the black, the white, the Indian, the Asian, same deposit, different purchases. Time is currency. Your calendar is your bank statement. By this time next week, what will your statement show? By this time next year, what will heaven read over your life? Write this down. What you become is what you buy with hours. Now, in one breath, here is the government for your day. Document a plan. Establish your top 3 priorities. Protect your devotion, destiny, discipline blocks. Time box execution. With start and stop. Review nightly for 10 minutes. Repeat. That's it. Not mystical, mechanical. Not motivational, governmental. Goals describe what you want. Systems decide what you do daily. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Order is how you repossess your minutes. Redeem the time. Everybody say, I will redeem the time. Again, louder. I will redeem the time. Everybody say, I will design my day. Again, I will design my day. Read out loud. Go. Teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Psalm 90:12. Wisdom is application under a clock. God created time to mark seasons and days and years. Genesis 1:14. Seasons are not suggestions, they are schedules. Do not try to please everyone. Please your assignment. Final instruction, start tonight. Before you sleep, write tomorrow's daily design page. Name your purpose for the day. Write your top 3 as verbs with outcomes. Block devotion first, then destiny, then discipline. Set the alarms for start and stop. Prepare your tools. Place your phone's charging station outside the destiny room. Lay out the scripture you will read. When the morning comes, you won't negotiate, you will execute. Early will I seek you, Psalm 63:1. Seek first, then build. By this time next week, chapters drafted, proposals sent, miles walked, clients served, habits installed. By this time, next 12 months, degrees completed, body transformed, debt reduced, business stabilized, family rhythms redeemed. Not fantasies, purchases. Minutes turned into outcomes by covenant, not by moods. Your future is purchased one day at a time. Redeem the time by installing the system today. Begin now. It's your day. It's your duty. Redeem the time.